If you guys remember, the Golden Mall is where we got the awesome lamb noodle soup, but today I'm going to take you guys downstairs into this entrance. If you look at this, you wouldn't think there'd be delicious food down there, but there's actually a ton. So let's go. This is kind of like going into that alley in that movie Bloodsport where we're entering the Kumite. Alright, so once we get downstairs into this very unassuming and kind of filthy location, look at all the places down here to eat. These are all hidden gems, people. These are places that you'll probably miss if you're just walking around, but this is where you need to be. We're at Xi'an Famous Foods, and this place really exploded recently, but this is the original location, and we're here for the stewed pork burger and the spicy cumin lamb burger. I've actually done a video here before about different types of Xi'an food because I am from Xi'an, and personally I think Xi'an food is the best food in China. And one of the types of food we love in Xi'an is street food, because you go onto the streets at all times of the day or night, there's always going to be people selling different kinds of little eats, and that's where we get the Chinese burger. Now when you think of a burger, maybe you'll think of lettuce, beef patties, some cheese, but Chinese burgers are of course way different. And if you go to China, if you say you want a Chinese burger, no one's going to know what you're talking about because we don't call them burgers. If you go to China, you want a burger, people will point you to the McDonald's. But here I guess it's just easier if they call them burgers. So let me introduce you guys to the two most popular types of Chinese burgers here. Here we have the pork burger and we have the lamb burger. And there's a couple characteristics. First of all, it's white. In Chinese we call this a baijimo, or white bun. And it's toasted, so it's crunchy on the outside and really tender on the inside. And if you look inside the pork bun, you'll notice there's a lot of belly meat, there's a lot of fat content, and it's very stewy. And the way they make this pork is that they chop it up really finely and they stew this in a sauce, sometimes for days. And obviously this is New York, so it's not going to be as good as the ones in China. But if you get the top quality stewed pork, you don't even have to bite it. The pork literally melts in your mouth. I'm not kidding. When it's done really well, all you have to do is blow on the pork and it falls apart. Now let's take a look at the lamb burger. Same characteristic, crunchy on the outside, tender on the inside. This is supposed to be a very spicy sandwich. The lamb is cooked in red chili pepper, it has jalapenos, it also has cumin, which is a very aromatic and great spice to add whenever you're barbecuing something, and works perfectly with red chili pepper or cayenne pepper. Whenever you're walking by a barbecue stall here in Flushing or somewhere in Chinatown where you're smelling that awesome aromatic smell, that's the cumin. So even in China, these are the two main types of burgers. You got the stewed pork and the cumin with lamb. Typically we'll eat these with cold skin or liangpi, which I'll cover in a separate video, because these things, they're a little fatty, so sometimes you want a little acidity to kind of cut through the grease. And I'll admit to you guys, I don't really love the Xi'an Famous Food place because I feel like they commercialized it too much, and there's locations everywhere and the quality is not always consistent. And that's why I come to the original location, because I still feel like this is the best location if you want to get some of their best quality food. And I have tried these burgers all around New York, and I've got to say that they do still make the best, at least in this location. All right, here we go. Let's try the pork one. The pork is very melty. I love the ratio of fat to lean meat because this bun is actually really dry, so you need a lot of that fat and stew to kind of seep into the bun itself. Like I said, a little crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. This bun is really, really awesome. I feel like a lot of the places in New York, their buns are just they're not right. So I feel like this place, the way they make their buns is one thing that sets them apart. All right, the lamb is actually my favorite because you guys know I'm a spice monster. I love everything spicy, and I love the spice cumin combination. I really like this. I swear to you, I've tried this particular burger in every single place available. In this place, at least here, still makes it the best. This sandwich, it has to be spicy, and the cumin flavor has to be very prominent. And I think this place does it better than any other place in New York. The lamb is tender, it's very flavorful. It's actually got a good ratio of meat to bun. I feel like the pork bun, I think they could add a little more pork in there or give it a little more sauce or juice. But this one, this is a really good ratio. I remember back in China, I kid you guys not, I will order 10 of these, 10 of these. And that's just one meal. And I love eating these in the winter because they're so spicy. And in China, they make these super fresh. So the bun is freshly made. The meat is straight out of the pan. What you do is you order like 10 of these and you go home, you stuff your face and it's cold outside. You got snot running down your face. It's just the best feeling ever. And I have this particular location of Xi'an Famous Foods information in my description box. Like seriously, I went to like the Manhattan locations of some of these places and they don't even have Chinese people cooking the food. I mean, I'm not saying that if you're not Chinese, you can't cook this food, but I think it does cut down a little bit on its authenticity. Like I don't want to go to a so-called authentic Italian restaurant and have Chinese people cook my pasta. Anyway guys, if you are in the mood for Chinese burgers, definitely this is the best place in New York City. Thank you so much for watching. See you.